Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live, number 184 for this Tuesday, October 14th. I'm your host, Rod, here in cloudy and loud Philadelphia. I got construction going on outside, you guys, so if it gets loud, I apologize off the rip. My bad. Like I said, in cloudy Philadelphia today with some of my good friends in the chat. I appreciate you guys for being here. We'll get to you in a second here. This is the show where we talk about today's tech news and eInk news. We talk about all kinds of stuff, life stuff too, so we'll get a little bit of that too. If you find you're enjoying yourself during the course of this show, give me a like, give me a subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, and consider joining the crew. Get you a badge. BM. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Thanks for being here. So that's what we do here today. We're going to talk about some Tab Ultra C Pro conversations from yesterday. We're going to finish up some things that I got in the Discord from yesterday. I scoured the Discord and found some conversations that we should probably talk about. So we're going to do that as well. What else we got going on? We're going to talk about some Notebook LM stuff. Notebook LM gets Nano Banana, which I think is pretty exciting. We're going to talk about some features of Notebook LM that you guys probably don't think about or probably didn't know it had. And yeah, we're gonna get the show started. I have a transition too, so I'm gonna do this transition now. This is just you guys let me know if the volume and the levels are right for this transition. I'm working on some transitions for the show, trying to make it more professional. We're trying to make it more professional. So let's check it out. Oh, that was the wrong one. My bad. Here's an example. I haven't worked it out entirely, so you guys let me know how you feel about it. It's supposed to overlay over me. It's supposed to show over me. It's not supposed to be black and darked out. I'm supposed to have. We'll get it. We'll get it right. You guys let me know how the levels were. You guys let me know what you think about that as being a transition to different segments of the show. Okay. You guys let me know throughout the course. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the Oh, transition 1 a bit loud. Transition 2 perfect sound level. Oh, good to know. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll take that into consideration and lower the sound levels for that. Thank you. All right, so you guys, yeah, just give me some feedback on the course of the show. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get to the let's get to some rando news for today. Let's see what we got here for randos. What do we got for randos? I'm headed to Best Buy today, so I will be going to Best Buy today. Whoa. I will be going to Best Buy today to check out the Meta Ray-Bans. I'm not sure if you guys know this. Let me get this in here. So I went to my brother went to Best Buy recently. I'm not sure if I shared this story with you guys. But my brother went into a Best Buy randomly to look at some stuff with dad, and they picking up some TVs or whatever, and he decided to go and see if they had the Meta Ray-Ban displays there. They did. So he just got a demo right on the spot. I'm upset about it a little bit. Dr. Lane says agree with DaRock on the transition. I appreciate that. Thank you. Christina, how's it going? Good morning. So my brother stepped into a Best Buy, got him a demo, and so what I'm going to do is just try my Best Buy out today. So I'm going to be trying it out today to see if I can get me a demo of the Meta Ray-Ban displays. I wanted to be I would have been a day one buyer. I would have if I had known how to. They didn't do that very well. They didn't do that very well at all. So let's get to today's holidays, shall we? We got Frugal Responsible Entrepreneur Day. I don't know what country that came from, but that's apparently a real thing. World Egg Day. I'm a big purveyor of eggs. I love eggs so much that I would have chickens if I could to get fresh eggs. I considered that one time. At one time in my life, when I lived in upstate New York, I considered building a chicken coop in my backyard and like just raising some chickens because I wanted fresh eggs all the time. So, it's one of those things. National Real Sugar Day. Like, you shouldn't consume too much sugar anyway, you know what I'm saying? Just be healthy, but moderation, everything, no matter what it is. But real sugar, of course, if you're going to do sugar, you might as well do the real thing. Although, you know what? I can't even do synthetic sugars. So let's not even talk about that. If I even get a whiff of synthetic sugars, my stomach goes crazy. I don't know what it is. But let's go on to the rest of the show we got here. Other rando news. We talked about can of corn yesterday before we get into the tech. I'm sorry, you guys. This is a little bit long-winded. But before we got into the stories yesterday, we talked about one of what do we got here? Oh, that's rando news for later. My bad, you guys. That's rando news for later. We're gonna jump right into the tech stories. So here we go. All right, tech stories. Microsoft is going, not Microsoft, but Apple is going to be launching some more devices this month. It seems. Apparently, maybe even this week. It's going to be a soft launch, though, so it's not one of those planned scheduled events like what Apple would normally do. But they have a couple of products that they're going to be talking about that people think they're going to be talking about anyway. And coming from some of the sources that we have here in this article, I'm inclined to believe it. So let's take a look at the products they got on display. The M5 MacBook Pro. So I have an M4 MacBook Pro right now. So I'm not interested in upgrading. I mean, I'm not one of those guys who updates computers every year or every update cycle. I wait till there's a feature or something that I feel like I can't live without, then I update. I don't get FOMO just because of faster processors. Processors are pretty fast right now. The M4 is pretty good. So this is very interesting, though. I'm going to keep my eyes on this and see what they open up in the store, because that's usually how they're going to do something like this, a soft launch. They'll just say we got new devices in the store. They shut the store down for an hour or so, and then it comes back up with new devices. M5 iPad Pro. So M5 iPad Pros are coming. I think this is, obviously one of those incremental things. I'm not sure how big or not big this is going to be. They didn't specify if there were any new features coming that would warrant someone being excited about this above and beyond the M4. But, it's going to be happening. If you're someone who has to have the latest and greatest, I guess you're going to be concerned about this. The last thing we got is a Apple Vision Pro update. Now, this is, to me, less likely. I'm not really sure they're going to do this considering what people are, or what the industry has been saying about their approach towards the Apple Vision Pro, as far as them with the Mark Gurman report that we talked about the other day, with him saying that they are definitely going to be making glasses, and they're definitely working on a pair of glasses right now that can connect to your iPhone. And I'm not sure if it's the same pair of glasses or not, but at least it's the pair of glasses with a more powerful operating system. So I would assume it's probably a more powerful set of glasses that can connect to your Mac. So I'm not sure, like I said, how good this is going to be, or how much of this is going to come to fruition for this Apple Vision Pro update. But I do think Apple's going to be talking about some kind of glasses or hardware, if they're going to be talking about hardware at all when it comes to the AR/VR style stuff. Glasses, I'm hoping Apple does it. I don't want them to abandon the Apple Vision Pro, but it's definitely a developer's version of a product. Let's make something smaller for the consumers, right? I think, and by the way, I think Meta did it the right way when they decided that the Ryan project needed to be scaled down. They got it scaled down a little bit for the displays, but not enough for a lot of people. My brother being one of those, he definitely did not like the weight of the Meta displays when he tried them on. But just a little bit of news right there for Apple. Notebook LM gets the Nano Banana treatment. I'm not sure if you guys know about Nano Banana, but it's a really good a picture creation tool that does a really good job with. To me, the biggest thing about Nano Banana is that it does a really good job with taking an image and changing one aspect of that image for you. So say it used to be that you created an image with AI and you would have to recreate the image all over again and give it new prompts for things that it got wrong, right? Say if you wanted a picture of yourself that was cartoonish, but it got some details wrong, you would have to design and engineer a whole new prompt to get a whole new image. The beautiful thing about Nano Banana to me is that it allows you to change one thing. Say I wanted to change the beard on the character that it created, not the whole thing, but just the beard color. It would just go in and change the beard color. If I wanted to go in and change the hair, it would just change the hair. So it's good for really, really, really good things like that, in my opinion. But moving on, they're going to be bringing that to Notebook LM. And one of the things about Notebook LM that people don't really think about is its ability to create video from the information that you feed into it. So if you give it a video, you link it a video, or you link it a diagram of something, or if you have information like just from your documents, it'll create illustrations of information from your documents, right? So if you were talking about a diagram of sales versus time, right? It would create a diagram for you based on that information. So it can do things like that, and it can create videos, like short illustrations for you, or short videos for you as well on the information that you give it. So a lot of tools in Notebook LM that people really don't take advantage of. Like everyone likes the podcast feature of it, right? The audio overviews, but it does a lot more than that. And now with Nano Banana, it's going to be able to do even more with the documents and the information that you feed it, as far as it presenting that information to you in a useful and meaningful way. What do we got in the chat? I use Notebook LM a lot. Notebook LM is great. I love Notebook LM, and they're always making it better. And like I said, them just adding Nano Banana, a image creation tool that's probably the best image generation tool I've ever used. And the internet is exploding with Nano Banana content, so a lot of people are enjoying what it can do. All right, what do we got here? Microsoft Image Generator. So this could be cool right here. I haven't dabbled with Copilot that much, Microsoft's chatbot, but they're bringing an image generator to their chatbot. So I think that's a really, not their particular chatbot, because their chatbot is run by ChatGPT essentially. But this is Microsoft trying to step out of ChatGPT's shadow, at least in the image generation tools segment or sector. So they have their own AI image generator that they're going to be putting in Copilot. So Microsoft announced yesterday it's introducing MAI Image 1, its first internally developed image generating AI model. According to the blog post, MAI Image 1 is particularly good for creating photorealistic results and can generate natural lighting and landscapes. For now, the model is being tested on LMA Arena, and Microsoft said it plans to roll out MAI Image 1 to Copilot and its Bing image creator very soon. So again, this is just another way Microsoft's trying to step out of the shadow of OpenAI and ChatGPT. It has a hefty stake in that company, but OpenAI is working with a whole host of other companies, and I guess this is OpenAI's way of saying, we have to kind of like diversify here a little bit. We can't put all our eggs in the OpenAI in case something happens, they get acquired by someone else, and they just decided they don't want to work with Microsoft anymore for whatever reason. The writing could be on the wall for that, but just something to keep in the back of your mind if you are a Microsoft Copilot user. All right, and that is the tech stories for today. All right, how you guys doing today? So in the mind map, it's on Copilot now. Oh, it's on Copilot now. I use it a lot. Are they just... This is something that they just talked about yesterday. So maybe this is another version of that, Aaron. I'd be interested to see what you think. Have you used it lately, the Copilot image generator? Because if you've used it since yesterday, then if you've noticed any changes in it, that may be what they're referring to here. According to the article here, this is brand new. So they've been internally testing this, and they made it available yesterday. So who knows? If they already have one, they probably just made it better. Or maybe if they had one, they weren't using their own model, right? This is them maybe pulling back on OpenAI, whatever model that OpenAI was allowing them to use, or whatever model they were using from OpenAI for the image generator tool. Maybe they pulled that back and introduced their own yesterday, and that could be very feasible right there. He said, I use it every day. Yeah, let me know if you notice any differences, Aaron. That would be interesting. If you use it every day, let me know if you notice any differences between the day before yesterday and today, because yeah, they definitely were using ChatGPT or OpenAI's image generator before they put their own in play yesterday. All right, let's go to some eInk stuff, shall we? What do we got here? Yesterday we talked about a couple of things. DaRock made a comment in the Discord yesterday, and if you don't know, we have a Discord link. It's in the description of the show, the video that you're watching right now. Also in the description of the show that you're watching right now is going to be all the links to the stories that I just talked about and the links to the stories that I'm going to talk about. So if you want to check out a more detailed view of what I'm saying right here, you can check that out in the description of the show here. So yesterday, like I said, in the Discord, DaRock made a point. After seeing the post from Voya's video on the Discord, I agree that the aesthetics I like with the reMove could be bothersome for some. So what DaRock showed in the Discord yesterday after yesterday's show was in response to me talking about how I liked the reMove line quality above all others, right? So he was basically putting on display. I wonder if I can show this. Let's see if I can put this up here. He's basically showing me a portion of a video from one of Voya's video, which is a very good look at the it was a very good look at all of the top platforms and how their line quality looks when you write the same thing on all of them, which is very interesting. And I can't find it right now, but the point I was going to make about that particular picture. Oh, is it in the live chat? There we go. All right, let me bring this up here. So the point I was going to make about this picture right here is just that whereas I was using the reMove, the Remarkable Paper Pro Move, this is the Remarkable 2 on display here. So whereas the lines may look a little weird here on the Remarkable 2, I think they do a way better job on the reMove. So that would be the first point I'll make. It's not exactly apples to apples here because it's a Remarkable device, yes, but I think Remarkable does something different with their algorithm for writing on their Remarkable Paper Pro devices, the Move and the normal bigger device. I think they do something different with the line quality on those devices than they did on the Remarkable 2. I mean, the technology is different that they're using. The screens are different that they're using. So so it's a very different algorithm that they're using, I think, in my opinion. And I don't think that it looks that bad. And I did show on yesterday's show as well that even when you draw really acute arcs on the reMove, some spots it may look a little bit steppish, but other spots it handles it without any stepping at all. So yeah, it's a little bit different. But I do agree that can be jarring. What I like to for myself that's aesthetically pleasing to me, like the line kind of going light when you write a lighter touch, or it kind of missing some of the ink in spots where you're drawing really lightly. I like that aesthetic, right? And that's something that clearly they were trying to go for, because that's not the only place that I see it. I see it with other pen types too that have that really faint drag to them. But I just like it. It's not going to be for everybody, right? But I do understand that when you see this kind of line, like what you have over here in the far left for the Remarkable 2, when you see that kind of line right there, it's like, oh, that's not a perfect circle like all the rest of these are, right? But I don't think that's like the norm for the Remarkable Paper Pro devices. Moving on. Jay made a comment as well in the, here we go. Jay made a comment as well in the Discord about the Tab Ultra C Pro that I wanted to pass on to people who might have saw yesterday's show. The Tab Ultra C Pro is a device that, it's the top tier device that Onyx makes, their books platform. It's more of a tablet replacement than it is a note taker. But he thinks that there will be spec bumps for this new device, that the form factor and everything kind of will remain the same. And the EMR tech will be there in this new device as well with the Pro Pen. But it's all speculation for right now, and he's trying to get some confirmation on that. So if we do get confirmation, I'll pass it along to you guys. But for right now, that device that we were talking about yesterday that's being released in China, it's going to be a spec bump deal, kind of like what they did from the Tab Ultra C to the Tab Ultra C Pro, just a spec bump thing. This might be the Tab Ultra C Pro Plus. Huh? Oh, you heard it here first. All right, what do we got in the chat here? For sure, the reMove probably has some advancements. I just posted, for example, for what I look for when judging the line. Oh, I see what you're saying, DaRock. Absolutely. Especially if we're calling the best line quality, it'll be a holistic combo of resolution and pen effects. Absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Parm says the E and O on the Remarkable look crazy on that image. Let's take a look at that again. To be honest with you, looking at this image, I would say the Supernote has the worst line quality. It just looks the most jaggy. No, yeah, the Supernote. Both of the Supernotes just look jaggy compared to everything else. I don't know if you guys noticed that at all or see that at all. Let me see. There we go. These are the two Supernotes, and they look the most jaggy of all of them. Can we zoom? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think they look the most jaggy of everything. Onyx definitely wins the smoothing. For sure. Their anti-aliasing is the best. I can't argue with that. But Remarkables is good. I think Remarkable does a good job. I think, like I said, this little part right here is not very indicative of what they can do now. But yeah, I totally get it. And it's and again, it's an aesthetic thing. So that's always going to be up to the individual. DaRock says, and it'll be use case based. Absolutely. Like I use ePaper to sign docs. I want a little anti-aliasing and artifacts as possible. Gotcha. Yeah, and I would say if you're looking for the most true to life representation of what you're writing, the Remarkable is not it. I agree with that. I think I've said that before on the live. The Remarkable is probably the most doctored out of all the ones, but it looks the best. The Supernote is probably the least doctored, but it's also the most jaggy, I would say too. You know what I mean? The Remarkable strikes, the Onyx with their book strikes a good balance of giving you what your handwriting actually looks like without being too doctored, but the anti-aliasing is on point. You know what I mean? All right, next thing we got up here is going to be, So this is a story. So this is something I saw recently here. Let's find it. So this is kind of an eInk story here. Pebble announcing that they're bringing back its own app store. So if you guys don't know, and these Pebble watches were supposed to be eInk displays, and I don't think that they are. You know what I mean? I think that one of them may be, but that was their whole thing with the Pebble. So I'm kind of disgusted with Pebble, but because it's Pebble news and it's the beloved Pebble, we're gonna talk about it. So the Pebble has a Pebble store now, an app store. This was announced by Eric Magikowski. Oh my goodness. Eric Magikowski announced in a blog that the Pebble brand will have its own app store. The store is already live at apps.pebble.com, and users can use a variety of watch faces or get a variety of watch faces and a variety of apps for different activities that you do with the watch. So I like to see that. I'm glad to see that he got his brand back, that he got the brand up and going, and that they seem to be on the right track with opening its own app store. So I love this. This is definitely a feel-good story for me. Next thing we got in eInk is going to be top 5 ways eInk displays are transforming modern design. Now, I think this is a cool take. I thought it was interesting because anytime someone writes a think piece on eInk, I think it's interesting. But basically what they're saying is that the accessibility, the affordability, and the democratization of eInk has been really big for the industry. It's helped it kind of explode and grow. From smaller companies making their own DIY concepts and bringing them to the masses, to bigger companies deciding that it's gotten to a point to where they can take a gamble on the technology because the pricing is coming down and it's becoming more affordable and more accessible for a lot of people. And it also represents a fundamentally different approach to how normal tech is being built, with the sustainability initiative, the comfortability thing with eye strain, and being able to view it at many different angles for viewing angles. So there's lots of things that go into what makes eInk different, and people are kind of applauding the way the design is transforming how other companies are making their devices. I don't see that yet, to be honest with you. I do appreciate that eInk is definitely becoming more accessible and affordable. It seems like I see lots of eInk DIY projects popping up every week, and I think it's great. I think it's awesome. It's just a lot more form factors for eInk, like we can see even on this particular article here. They're talking about the note-taking tablets, of course. But they even go beyond that into the way people are using, or companies like Asus are using, and Lenovo for that matter, are using eInk to decorate the backs of laptops, giving you an option for a low-powered way to get information from your laptop. So I think that's kind of cool too, right? A bit novel, even more novel than what we're using eInk for now, but still very cool. Signage, obviously, this is something we see a lot, right? And this is probably going to be one of the most pervasive ways they use eInk, is just putting it out there in signage. It's almost custom built for signage, right? You don't need light for it because you wouldn't be able to see a sign in the dark anyway. And if you're going to light up a typical sign, you're going to have light. So that same light will be able to illuminate a eInk screen. So I think the signage angle is a no-brainer. Again, we're talking about the DIY projects. These are some examples of those. Flexible displays. So it comes in all different varieties, as we see here. The flexible wrist display with an eInk, flexible wrist watch or wristband with an eInk display on it. Very, very cool. Not very practical, but very cool. They go into the note takers from the companies that we recognize, like Remarkable and Onyx with their books platform, right? So it's just, is it changing how people make devices? I'm not sure about that, but I like the fact that it's being talked about, and the fact that it is being talked about is definitely worth mentioning for sure. The next thing we got here is going to be Amazon admits Color eInk offers inferior reading experience. I thought this was hilarious when I saw the headline. I think this is interesting for people because obviously it says inferior in it, right? But what the article is really talking about is things that we in the eInk community already know, right? Color devices are going to be darker than the non-color devices for the fact of the technology. It's just a limitation of the technology right now, right? So this is just something calling that out for the people who don't know that fact, right? And are like, oh, what do they mean? It's going to be inferior. Well, it's just not going to be as bright. The contrast is not going to be as high with this particular screen for a few reasons. A, because it's a color display, it's going to have a layer over it because of the technology that they're using. That's going to dampen the brightness of the display as it is. You couple that with the fact that they're going to do a procedure on the glass that will add glare protection. That's going to dampen and dampen the vibrancy of the colors on that display. So you have a lot of things going on when you add color to eInk. So this is definitely not going to be as good of a reading experience, and that's basically what this article was about. Someone at Amazon saying that the reading experience is not going to be as good on the Scribe Color or Colorsoft, the Scribe Colorsoft, as it would be the regular Scribe. And that's the reason. Nothing to write home about here, but I thought it was very laughable and very entertaining read. Link in the description if you want to read it yourself. Before we go on here, let's go ahead and see what we got in the chat here. Especially if we're calling the best line, we got to that already. And if you use cases, I think we got to that as well. I love the old Pebble. I love the old Pebble too, DaRock. It was just a really good device. The Pebble devices were really good. I really do wish that they would have stuck with eInk for the devices though. That's my thing. I just wish they would have stuck with eInk. They were low power LCD back in the day. They had an eInk display as well. Let's see here. Pebble watch. Let me see here. Oh, e-paper. Good enough. Hold on. I think we got it here. Yeah, so we got e-paper. Not e-ink, but e-paper displays. I'm tired of this e-paper stuff, but whatever. I'm glad Pebble got their thing going because that was a beloved brand back in the day, and I really do. I appreciate a good comeback story, for sure. What else we got here? I've been focused on work stuff. How many Panos Panay's did we get? We didn't get a Panos Panay today. We didn't get a Panos Panay for the. I was just talking about the fact that it's going to be. You made me say Panos Panay, Dr. Ling. You brought this on yourself. I wasn't even thinking about Panos. Slightly, but I was trying to make a conscious effort not to bring his name up. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, the reading experience. I mean, if you want a really good reading experience, the black and white is going to be better. If you're looking at the Colorsoft, the black and white experience on this device is going to be better. If you're looking for a reading experience, but I really do think the color is going to be good too. I really do. I won't go on and say any more than that. I've beat that horse to death. I won't even continue. What else we got here? Ultra review with Khalid. Let's check out that. So, did you guys see Khaled's review? If you didn't, I have it linked in the description of the video here. Khalid did the eInk alternative TCL Next Paper 60 Ultra review. You guys, if you follow the channel, you guys know I despise this device. I think it's an abomination. I just don't think that it's very interesting at all. It's an e-paper display, just like we were just talking about with the Pebbles. It's got good glare protection. That's the thing. Good glare protection. It has EMR, but the EMR, so a lot of people are saying too that, okay, well, it's got EMR rod. Well, who cares if it's crappy EMR? Khalid displayed the EMR, showed that it's trash. It's not even compatible with other third-party EMR pins. So who cares that it's EMR, that it's got EMR? You can't use anything with it other than the little crappy pin it comes with. Can we see that crappy pin? Oh, where's that crappy pin? Oh, there it is. There's that crappy little pen. That crappy little toothpick. And then the case that it comes in. And listen, it's a good video. Khalid did a good job on this video. It's a really good video. He pointed out made some really good points about this. But I'm gonna share my points with you for this device. It's not premium, so it's all plastic. Okay, so now after that first fact, I don't even care anymore. So that's the first thing. The cover and pen cover, the cover and pen cover design. It's so janky. The cover and pen covers, I don't know what they were thinking when they designed that for this device. This device saving grace to me is the size of the screen. 7.2 inches. It's 0.1 inch smaller than the Remarkable Paper Pro Move that people talk about it not being portable. Oh, it's not smaller. It's not even that small. That screen is 0.1 millimeters smaller. Oh no, I mean inches smaller than the reMove. So I love that for this because it just validates the idea of me saying I think the reMove screen is probably as small as you want to go and still be able to write on it. I think TCL agrees with that. I think they agree. 7.2 inches versus 7.3, very minimal, very minimal. The bezels is what kills the reMove on the looks department. If they were able to just get rid of the bezels, that screen or that device wouldn't be any bigger than this device right here. And you'd be able to put it in your pocket. Oh, now that I would pay for. I would certainly pay for that. You give me the reMove. Like honestly, can we get back here? Oh boy. You give me the reMove. You give me the reMove here, and I tell you. Give me no bezels here, and that thing is about the same size as that Ultra 60. Except it's not a piece of trash like the Ultra 60. It's actually premium materials, well built. The note taking is going to be way better on the reMove. Like one day the reMove would be that size with the same size screen. Like I said, this just validates my opinion that the reMove screen size at 7.3 is about as small as you want to get and still be able to comfortably write anything. I think they did the research. And found that out. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong though, chat. I don't think I'm wrong. Add it to the counter, says Dr. Ling. Oh boy, I'm not gonna do it. No counter today. I should do a video counting up all the times I said the name. But yeah, that's my take on that. So I loved Khaled's review of it. He's not big on it. He said it almost replaced his phone. This thing, let's go back. This thing is in the same position that the DC-1 found itself in. Claiming, oh, it's paper-like, it's e-paper-like. What did it do better? I made a video. Like, if I were to make a video about this, I'm not going to do it. If I were to make a video about this, it would be the same video I made about the DC-1. It doesn't do LCD good because it's limiting. It's super limiting because it's what it's trying to do. It's hindering itself in the LCD department. So it's never going to be as good as just regular LCD. And it's never going to be as good as eInk because it's making too many sacrifices. The contrast of eInk isn't there. The viewing angles aren't there. You still can't view it in direct sunlight like you can eInk. Like they're like, oh, but it's just black and white. It's like they're saying, pay us to give you a crappy LCD experience, and we'll give you one. We'll give it to you. You pay us. You don't have to pay us a lot. $200 is all. Just give us $200. We'll give you a crappy LCD experience. You won't know what to do with it. You will want to replace your phone with it, but then you'll realize it's not as good as your phone. You'll want to replace your e-reader with it, but then you'll realize it's trash as an e-reader. How many people did I lose with that? Okay, not many. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. So this thing was never going to go anywhere. I told you guys I played with this thing at CES earlier this year. It didn't do anything for me then. Matter of fact, it made me mad. One of the reasons it made me mad because the transition that it had to go through to get from color to black and white for your e-paper experience took so long. It was cool the first 2 times I saw it. After that, I was like, now it's just a bother. Okay. Khalid felt the same way. So, I mean, I didn't need to buy this to figure out that it was trash. I played with it enough to know that it was trash. And I didn't need to write with it to know that it was trash because I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's EMR, whatever. Khalid saved me on this because I would have talked big trash about it being EMR and I don't like it. Now I have a reason not to like it and it being EMR. It's not compatible with third-party pens. Okay, we'll move on. I won't beat that dead horse. I'm sorry if I gave the Ultra 60 Pro way more time than it needed. Okay, just to hit these points real quick before we move on. Not better than the other tech in any area, like the DC1. Like I said, this is just like the DC1 in my opinion. Ink mode is just a limiter. So when you put this in ink mode, all it does is limit you to black and white. It limits your ability to do anything because it's going into a low power mode, like your communications are severely hampered. And you get the same viewing angles as LCD, so you're not winning anything when it's in the ink mode. Okay, now I'm done. Okay. Actually, I'm not done. I'm sorry. I got to go in on the pen real quick. Not standard EMR, like I just mentioned. And with the who would want to use that little thing? My hand hurts thinking about using that little thing. Did I show it already? Let's look at that thing again. Looking at this pen literally makes my hand starts to ache. Just looking at it. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, okay. Oh my God. There's the case. And then when you add the debacle that is the case to, oh my goodness. Looking at this pen makes my hand hurt. Then when you think about I have to remember, I gotta keep track of a case for it too, just for the pen. Chat, chill out. I can't. And it doesn't have palm rejection. I can't, chat. I can't. Hav, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Hav says the TCL is not expensive. It's bound to have limitations. I don't buy a thing because it's cheap. I buy it because it either does what I want it to do. I hope it does. It could be cheap as crap, but if it doesn't do what you need it to do, what's the point? What's the point? All right. What else we got here? Calendar apps. Let's end the show off on this conversation right here, you guys. Calendar apps. We were supposed to talk about this yesterday, but we're moved it to today's show. Who has the best calendar app in you guys' opinion? What are we thinking? Is it Remarkable? They don't have one. If they did have one, would it matter to you? If you are like, I can't get jiggy with Remarkable, is it because they don't have a calendar app? Is the calendar app a deal breaker for you? Oh boy. Oh, is it the Vibewoods? Is AI paper? Is it the Manta? Does the Manta have the best calendar app? What else we got here? Could it possibly be Onyx with their Bookslanter product? Do they have the best calendar app? Ooh. Is it the eNote? Does it have the best calendar app? It's got a decent app. It's decent. It's good to go. Who's got the best calendar app, chat? What are we thinking? And don't blindly tell me why, you're a fanboy of Onyx and you're just blindly saying, oh, Onyx has the best calendar. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear why you think so. Let me know who you think, and then let me know why. What's the feature in that calendar app that's like, this makes this calendar app better than those? My app is better than yours, and I can prove it. So let me know. Let's get a serious conversation going on here. I need to cut this out and make a video. We gotta get this popping. And if you're enjoying the show today, give me a like. Consider hitting the subscribe button. If you want to join the chat crew and get a badge by your name like some of the good fine people in the show today, you hit that join button. It's on iOS now. If you're watching this on your iPhone at work, hiding from the boss in the mop closet, first of all, I appreciate you. Second of all, if you're in the mop closet with your iPhone, you got a join button down there. You hit it. Okay. What do we got down here? Oh, join your Discord too. There's a Discord link in the description. Oh, if you guys don't know, all the stories I've talked about, all the things I've been talking about, and the videos I've been showing, all of those things are linked in the description of this video. So for your viewing pleasure and for your fact-checking pleasure, don't take my word for it. Don't take my you do your own research. You take your own word for it. You put your AI glasses on and you have it look at it and you say, summarize this trash. I know you can do it. I hope. I'll see if the Meta Ray-Bans that they have, the displays can do that kind of thing. I'm taking these things and throwing them in the trash. I won't throw them in the trash. I'll find a home for them. Someone will pay me to keep them in their home and maybe on their face, but we'll see. Let's see what the chat got here. The TCL is not expensive. It's bound to have limitations, says Hav. Hav, stop caping for TCL. I will not tolerate TCL caping in here. It's trash. Let's just call it what it is. Let's get the trash emoji out. Okay, that's what it is, Hav. The best calendar app is Google Calendar, haha, says DaRock. You're right about that. That's not funny. That wasn't funny at all. You were speaking facts. That was the truth. Not fair, but for me, it's not accessible on all devices. It approaches useless as a calendar. DaRock, you didn't, the mission was to tell me eInk devices, DaRock. I agree with you, though. Apple Calendar or Google Calendar is the best calendar app. You can't argue with it. It's got all kinds of features. eInk, though, DaRock. BM says, Supernote. Why BM? Dr. Link says, best calendar app for me is the one on my fridge. Oh, my. Chat, is this what kind of day it's going to be? Is this, did I bring this on myself? I probably did. You guys are the best. Honestly, for my workflow, a hyperlink PDF calendar that I have works perfect. I can put links to notes. I can tag works for me. It says Parm. Hyperlink PDF calendar. So you don't use a native app. All right, maybe I should have been more specific, chat. Native eInk app to a native eInk. I pulled up eInk devices here. What do we? Google to Apple integration and layout well done. Well, which one do you like better, the Google or the Apple style, BM? I like the books for the memo calendar and the ability to go directly to files you've edited on that day directly from the app. Very good point, Christina Ray. Christina understood the mission. And I like Viwoods for all the file creation access options. Okay, so we got a vote for Supernote. We got a vote for Onyx with the book platform. Plenty of space to write in the day's calendar on both. And I like the voice scheduling creation on the Viwoods. Cool. I like the Viwoods more. Aaron says, I use a PDF calendar because I have books devices and their calendar app sucks. Yeah. That's very interesting. I'm glad I asked it. So a lot of you are using not the native calendar app. You guys are using calendar PDFs then. Like the templates, the calendar templates that you can buy. That's very interesting. I was looking for more native support, but yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. I think if we're looking, all right, so let me just say this. I do think that if you're trying to find a more specialized solution to your calendar needs, yes, a template that you can buy that someone's poured over and put a bunch of details in and kind of like laid the foundation for formatting your thoughts and your day. Cool, I get that. Very valuable. But as far as the native calendars go, I think Viwoods probably has the best calendar, hands down. They do the best job. They give you the most space for putting information, and it links information to your notes too. It's really good. And they've only made it better over the last two updates. Supernote to Google Transfer to iCal. Best of both worlds. Supernote to Google Transfer to iCal. So Supernote, you transfer to Google. which then you transfer to iCal. Oh, then it syncs to iCal. Ah, that's clever, BM. That's clever. I like that. So it's everywhere for you. You know what I mean? I like that. From what I've seen, however, Viwood seems to have the best. Yeah, I agree, Palm. I think Viwood probably does have the best. DaRock says, I'm with most of the chat. I don't really use the native calendar app on ePaper. I just use a PDF day planner for non-essentials and just use a true cloud calendar for important stuff. That's so interesting. You guys are making me want to go and find me a PDF calendar. Hey, listen, if you guys are in the Discord and you guys only really good suggestions, don't be giving me your fanboy suggestion for PDF calendars. Throw it in the live chat. Throw a link to it in the live chat so I can take a look at it. I wouldn't mind seeing the best you guys think that's out there. I haven't gone that route yet. So that's super interesting though. Super interesting. I'm glad I asked that question. Bywoods, tasks and memos pads are separate. I can copy from the calendar to other apps. I can link files to days. Absolutely, Sheik. I agree with you wholeheartedly. If we're talking about native apps, Bywoods. Supernote used to be king in that area for me until Bywoods came along. It's so weird. I never thought I'd be saying that. I never thought I'd be saying that, chat. Bywoods is surprising me on all fronts. All freaking fronts. All right, everyone, that is going to be the show for today. Yeah, like I said, you guys definitely link your best PDF calendars in the Discord. Link to the Discord is in the description of the show. We do this Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to kind of whenever, but 11 a.m. is when we're trying to stop and do this. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Let's get the shout out going to the chat crew here, eInk or SheInk. We got BM, we got Palm, we got Christina Ray, we got Aaron, we got, I think we said Palm already. Hav, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Alex, thanks for being here as well. Aaron, thanks for being here as well. I really appreciate all you guys being here. If I missed you, I appreciate you being here anyway, and I'll get to you next time. But like I said, if you like, give me a like in the description of the show. Subscribe, join if you want to get that badge by your name, and get into some members only stuff. We don't do a lot of members only. I'm not gonna hold you. You don't do a lot of members only. Feedback questions, we do a lot of polls. Yes. All right, everyone. Until tomorrow, I will see you guys then. Have a great day and take care.